All right, so I just ended my live, and in that live, I shared some of the channeling that I've gotten over the last year or so. I kind of arranged it all in a way to try to make sense, because let's just face it, it doesn't always make sense. And I got such a good response from the people that I shared it with, I wanted to share it with you too. So these are channelings that I've gotten over time, over the last year or so, and I'm not going to read all of it because it's a lot, but I am going to read the first couple pieces of it because I feel like that's kind of new and I want to talk about it a little bit. Kind of want to see what you have to say about it. And then I want to show you an AI picture that I created based on this that represents all of it. So a visual representation too. So hang out. You know, if you hold it up here, it goes faster on TikTok. You know, I'm just saying. All right, so I'm going to read this. I'm going to put a picture up and I'm going to read over it so you can see what I'm saying. All right, here's the picture, and you'll understand this picture in just a second. The higher self, as you imagine it, is not so. It is not another human-looking version of the physical, earthly incarnation, although it carries a reflection of your current personality. It is an energetic representation of all aspects that belong to the whole and complete version of you. If you need a visual representation, the closest we can come is to ask you to imagine a large ball of charged energy. Within this ball of charged energy, there are experiences, emotions, and knowledge, but all the existence of a specific personality is not present. In this state, you are all aspects of personality, only integrated within itself. It may even be more accurate to call this the central self. While this version of you is perfect in every way, it craves discovery of new information and perspective. In order to experience change, time must exist and move in some way. After all, if time never proceeds, there is just a perpetual state of being. How would I know I wanted to learn something new if I'm so perfect and all-knowing? This may be a logical question for you to ask. In the form that is your central self, you observe many different realities and dimensions of existence as others experience their own incarnations. Through your observation, curiosity arises, and so you make a plan in accordance with others to facilitate the satiety of this rising curiosity through an incarnation. You choose the challenges that you will face as a way to facilitate understanding of different principles and lessons. You choose those you will encounter to a large extent on your journey. Many of them are reminders of lessons to learn along the way. However, even with all of these plans created, you, the physical filament of you, always has the choice to learn the lessons you planned or not, to make healthy, constructive choices or not. Free will is the great equalizer in this existence, giving everyone the same opportunity to learn. Also, remember, physical incarnation is in the third dimension, is just one of the choices that you have. So when the plan has been laid, your central self extends forward filaments of itself into a physical, manifested reality, or any other choice you have made. The extended filament is entangled with the larger aspect, creating the sensation of linear time for both, and as a result of this entanglement, change is experienced on both ends of the filament at exactly the same time. Because of the entanglement what the physical self experiences, the central self gains as knowledge at exactly the same time. The central self is also not limited to extending only one filament at a time. It is more accurate to envision a wheel with a central hub extending spokes out on all sides in potential infinite numbers. The central self is an observance of all aspects of self at all times, gaining perspective and knowledge in all incarnations. It is often that karmic lessons are worked out on balanced spokes or filaments of existence. Visualize the central hub with one filament to the left and one to the right. If a karmic lesson is being learned to create balance between these two incarnational experiences, one side will experience one extreme while the other will experience the other of that existence in some way. As the incarnations learn the lesson, the two sides become in balance, both filaments are returned to the central self, and the lesson is integrated. I know that was a lot, but I want you to look at this picture. So I plugged all that into AI, and believe me, that is just a little bit of what I've received. But this is that picture of the central self. The central self with all of these filaments extending, and in each of these filaments there are multiple incarnations. Then the grid fills in behind, and through this experience, this traversing along this line here, right? Moving along this line, we experience the passage of time. This is what I imagine our higher self might look like. I know it's not sparkly and rainbowy like an angel, but it's even better because it's all energy. And I know that was a lot, so thanks for hanging out for this whole video, but I think it's important and I want to know what you think. What do you think? Like, what do you think about that? Seriously, what do you think?